So welcome to this problem number 135, which is candy on lead code. Such a short name. It's also a short problem if you try to understand. So let's get directly into the problem. So there are like n children standing in a line. Each children is assigned a rating value, right? So basically they are standing in a straight line. There is no circles here. That is important, right? If you give candies to these children subjected to the following requirement, there are two requirements. The first child must have each child must have at least one candy, so at least one candy should be given, and the children with a higher rating get more candy than their neighbors. This is very important, than their neighbors. It is not said that the children with the higher rating will get higher candy, but only if you compare in the neighbor. If my left neighbor has higher rating, like less rating than me, and if my right neighbor has less rating than me, then I should have more candies than both of them, right? That is the problem which is in hand, right? So how are we supposed to solve this problem, and how we are supposed to look at this problem? So just to make a small demonstration, let's have a look. So suppose we have student the ratings as follows: 1, 2, and 3. So basically the allocation would be, so this one gets one candies. Now basically it looks on the right, so it has basically right the rating is basically, when you come on the 2 on the left, it is 1, right? So it has more rating, the rating is more than this one on the left, so it will automatically have more candies than uh, this one. And this also has more rating than its neighbor, so it automatically have more candies this here, right? So this can be 30, this can be 20, this can be 29, but this cannot be more than 30 because this is 30. So essentially the condition should be satisfied, right? But the constraint is, what is the minimum number of candies one must get? So what they care about is they care about the total of this, and they would want to have the minimum number of candies. So for this case, let's say you have a case like this. This is the rating of the people, so I start with one candy. Now 3 should of course has more rating than 1, so it should have more candy. So let's have 2. Now 2 has less candies than 3, so it doesn't matter. So 1, right? So basically the minimum number of candies is 1 plus 2 plus 1, which is 4. So minimum candies by which we can do this is actually by 4 candies, right? So we did not need to do 1, 3, 2, because though 3 has a higher rating than 3 has a higher rating, it's okay, because 2 and 1 basically these two are not neighbors, so it's okay, right? 2 has higher rating than 1, both of them still have the same number of candies, because 2 is not a neighbor of 1. So that is the thing, right? So basically, how are we gonna solve this problem, and how are we gonna approach this problem? So the first thing which one needs to take into consideration for such problems is that we at least have to take a greedy approach, right? This is actually a greedy problem, but it's a greedy problem combined with dynamic programming, right? So let's take an example. Let's say the rating of the people are like 2, 12, 6, let's say 7, 7, 8, and 1. So let's say this is the rating of the people. So what we do is we basically have to, if we try to solve both the sides, so every cell here will have like two neighbors, the left neighbor and the right neighbors, and if the rating is more, then we need to optimize for both. So instead of actually optimizing for both, what we'll do is we'll actually start with just taking one side, so just iterating from, let's say, from left to right. If you go left to right, let's say, is 12 bigger? So basically every, at least the first condition is at least all the kids have like one, so we start with one, all the kids have like one, right? So now what we do is, we go from left to right. What we go to do is we check the left neighbor and see if this is 12 is greater than 2, so then yes, it should have more than the left neighbor, so it should have one more than the left neighbor. Now 6, this is good. 6 is smaller than 12, this is okay. 7 is bigger than 6, so what would happen is this will actually have more than the 6, right? So now 7 is not greater than 7, so this is okay. 8 is actually greater than 7, so it actually should have more than 7. 1 is actually smaller than, so it's pretty good, right? Similarly, what we can do is we can make this another list, which is right to left, not right to right, of course, right to left, in which what we do is we compare from here 8 and 1, like, so basically if this person has a rating of 8, they should, so basically this also starts with 1, right? This totally starts with 1. This, or we initialize this thing with 1, so that at least every child should get one candy. Now basically, since at this point, since this kid here has more candies than has a larger rating than this thing here. So what we try to do is, so basically we were comparing this to this. Now what we do is we compare this to this. So basically has more rating, so basically this cannot have one candy, this should have more candies. Now this does not have a bigger rating than this, so this is all right. This does not have a bigger rating than this is like a bigger value than this, that's all right. This does not have a bigger value than this, so this is all right. Now this has a bigger value than this, so if 6 is getting 1, this should at least get 2, right? And if 12 is getting 2, then basically this should at least get on the right side, this basically looking at 12 and 2. So when you compare 12 with 2, we see that the at 2, the person with at 2 has less than 12, so this is all right, right? So this is the entire, taking the left pass and taking the right pass. And so basically we need the combination of both. So in the worst case, you would need the max of these two, right? So the max of these two is 1, the max of these two is 2, the max of this is 1. So basically the max of this is 2, the max of this is 1, the max of this is 2, the max is 1, right? So basically in the worst case, we would need the max of these two. Essentially these values are same, but in some they actually have to be different. In the worst case, we'll need the max of these two. So this will be the minimum allocation, the greedily minimum allocation of all the candies, and basically the sum of this will be the answer, right? So let's actually do that in code, right? So let's have a very simple variable, which is a vector. We basically let's have first int l, which is the length of it, so basically which will have the ratings dot size. So this is the length of the array. So what we do is, let's initialize a vector. If you have a vector of int, let's say it's like left to right, l to r, and basically there is this C++ way of initializing this vector, which is you just have an exclamation mark, you just put the size of it, so until the size of l, initialize it with 1, right? So this will initialize a vector of vector l, named l to r, with size l, initialized with 1, right? So similarly we'll have another vector which goes from right to left, and we'll also have a variable which stores the answer. Why not? And we have this answer variable. So basically what we are supposed to do is we're supposed to iterate over, let's say we first iterate over from the left to right. So let's iterate this way. So until l, we increment I. So we'll have to we start comparing with the first element. So we start with the iteration of the the first one, not the 0th element. So we just say that if ratings of I is greater than what it saw previously, like of the beginning, then what you simply do is you make the allocation. So basically L to R is the allocation of I to be whatever is the allocation of I minus 1, you just like add 1 to it. Perfect, right? Similarly so basically this will actually go and increment 1 to the whatever I have allocated on the right side if it finds more. So this is greedily acting over the entire array. Similarly what we can do is we can initialize I again to basically we start from the second last element of the array. So this will be like L minus 2 to until let's say I is greater than equal to 0, and we decrement I on every step. Similarly what we check is very simple. We check whether the ratings of I is greater than what we saw on the right. So that will be I plus 1, right? That is the rating. And basically we just have this array R to L of I. We just say it is equal to R to L of whatever we saw before, which is the I plus 1, the array plus 1. So basically one more than, if the rating is more than, we greedily just add one more than what we had seen previously. What now remains to do is we just need to iterate through the entire from I is equal to 0 till basically I is till length. What we do is we just take the max, right? So answer plus equals, so for that we just initialize the answer to 0, and the answer is plus equal to the max of. So basically the best part about C++ is that we already have this function max, which is the std max function. So we don't need to re-implement the wheel, right? As left to right of I. So basically whatever the grid is, the maximum of both of them what will be needed in the first, right? Right to left. So this is we basically we add the maximum to it and grab, we just return the answer. Right, let's run the code and see whether we have not done any silly mistakes, which we might have done. No. Let's submit. Awesome. Thank you.